Today I'm going to be talking about 5 shocking things about Nigerians, diasporans that are investing in Lagos real estate. This has confirmed to be true. You can also verify it, and I will tell you most of the important things that many of you ignore when you are investing in real estate. Welcome to today's episode of Property Matters. My name is Ajah. If you are free to subscribe, please subscribe, share this video, and of course I will see you immediately after this short commercial. Don't forget, watch this video to the end and you will find out that I have a lot to share today. So what are the 5 shocking truths I discovered about diasporan investors? I'm not saying everybody in the diaspora does this. There are still some couple of diasporan investors that I've worked with, I'm still working with, I would also like to keep working with. And there are some couple of you that I'm also looking forward to work with. But from past and of course present experiences, I'll be sharing why some of you don't realize the following. The first truth about majority of our people in Nigeria, our diasporan brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, is that many of you don't listen to people who tell you the truth. So when I say many of you don't fail or hate to listen to the truth, the truth basically is that the industry is driven by interest. In a situation whereby my interest is at stake, sometimes we agents tell you what you want to hear. More importantly, if you find out that you are not ready to listen to the factual and obvious reality of the industry. Number 2, many of you are buying what I call packaging. Packaging in the sense that you need to understand that packaging is part of the business. A lot of people will package a property that is of nonsense value. Now, I've seen people who have come online, do oratory presentation telling you this property was sold 70 million 2 years ago, it's now worth 100 million. They will tell you this estate is sitting very close to the free trade zone. This property is just 7 minutes from whether the coastal road or the refinery. What many of you have failed to understand basically is that when a property is sitting too close to all these projects, obviously they are drivers of economy and of course property value, but you need to understand that the closeness of your property to all these stated projects, the more dangerous it is. If you doubt this, look at the current demolition that is happening along the Lagos Calabar coastal road. Many people bought because they heard there was a coastal road, and many people bought because it was close to the beach. But what was not clearly revealed to most investors is that those areas are government interest. In fact, there are some areas that I will never advise real estate investors to buy. So in most cases, you buy packages, and in the sense of buying package, you need to understand that packaging is part of the business. Sometimes agent tells you what you need to hear for them to get the money out of your pocket. The third thing many people don't understand is that the value of a property, or the essence of the usefulness of your property, is not based on the typology of the property. Now I'm going to expatiate this further by explaining some things to you. What determines value is not whether they are building a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex in Lekki, or they are building it in Epe, or they are building it even in Diaspora. What actually drives the value of the property is the location. So in some cases, a 2-bedroom apartment in a desired and economic prone area sometimes may be 100% more valuable than a 5-bedroom duplex in your village or in an abandoned location. You need to understand that one of the major drivers of economy in real estate is the demand. There are some areas where demand can never ever go wrong, and there are some areas where demand may not get there in the next 5 years. Now you need to understand that the progression for development is being determined by 3 things. Number 1, pattern of migration. Number 2, the industrialization of that area. And number 3, the demand for that location. See, so you need to understand that what determines value is location, not the typology. Another thing you also need to understand basically is that your representative may also have their own hidden interests. Now, I am not making a generalization of this, but in this industry, I've had instances whereby some people who claim to be inspecting a property on your behalf are coming to us, making us crazy offer. Now, I'm going to talk about what happened recently to a diasporan that was sent on behalf of this investor to come and check a particular property. Oh, lo and behold, the man came. We first of all discovered his countenance, and I walked up to him. I said, "Sir, what exactly is the problem?" And the first thing he said is that, so because if I should mention the name of that person, the client will know, and I don't want her to know. So you can tell. So has been in the United States for almost 15 years, and all that she has given me is 100,000. So this time is an opportunity for me to make money off her, and he told us that we should load the property. Let's say, for instance, the property is selling for 50 million. You say add additional 10 or 20 million. So in some cases, some real estate development company does it. The only thing they will just do is that in the deed of assignment, they will indicate that this is done at this particular time with this particular terms and conditions. So he said that I told him, no, I'm not going to do that. In fact, this property is of actual value. If your representative does not buy because of this, another person will. So we found out that he was concerned about his own personal interest, and he wanted us to add more money, steal from somebody who is working so hard just for him to do that. Now, our refusal to yield to his request made him give a negative report about the property in those areas, and according to what I heard, is presently negotiating with another real estate development company. And of course, that negotiation is based on the fact that the developer has seen it from this perspective. I don't want to lose this transaction. I'm going to satisfy this person as long as it's a maybe gain. So there are instances whereby the people representing you are asking for crazy things, and sometimes if those requests has been yielded, what you are supposed to gain in terms of discounts, promos, and offers most times are mostly removed because of what your greedy representative is asking for too much. So you need to understand that sometimes your representative may be representing his own pocket. So these are some of the most important things like Nigerians in diaspora need to understand. There's packaging in the industry. Sometimes they tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes the value of a property is not in the typology, whether it's a duplex. I'm not saying you should buy. If you see a duplex in a choice location and you can afford it, please go ahead and buy it. But you need to understand that a 1-bedroom, a studio, or a 2-bedroom in a choice location sometimes may offer you high rental appreciation and high rental value than some locations that may need 5, 6, 8 years to come into limelight. So it is not in the number of rooms, whether it's a duplex, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a studio. What determines the actual value is the location, the rental demand of that location, the industrialization of that location, the migration pattern of that location, and importantly, the title of that location. I hope you'll be able to find value on this. In case you have further information, you can give us you can send us a message, and please, when you want to call us, inform us ahead because we have a lot of things. Thank you very much, and hope you have been able to find value on this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. God bless you. All right, investor, hope you all are doing well today. So I'm taking a tour here in Lekki, Lagos, and I have this amazing, stylishly, beautifully designed 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex here. The amazing thing is that it has a beach view, okay, and if you are a house owner, a landlord here, you have lifetime access. Of course, the estates here have a lifetime access to the beach. So every Christmas, every festive period, yourself and your family can have lifetime access to the beach.
Another thing why you should also invest in this is that we have just 4 units, 2 units are sold, so we only have just these two. And because the people are already making inquiries about it, so it's for the fastest finger. The reason for that is that we have a CFO title document, and of course, our government approval or building approval is available here. Now, the third and the fascinating thing is that the celebrity Ajah, his house is just 2 minutes away from this place. His producer DJ Majestic is also staying here. So this place is for the 1% of the 1%. So if you want to stay very close to the celebrities, for your business, for your connection, for those gigs, you should be talking to us about this apartment. So we have 2 units left. If you are interested, so we still have other units I'll be showing you. Let's take it on. Cheers.